Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of the Foolish Fish Esoteric News with your weekly updates on the worlds of esoteric and occult book publishing and arts and events and paraphernalia. Yes, I am back in my previous flat for the next 2 or 3 months. I'm putting together some funds to buy my own place. So yeah, pretty exciting stuff, and that's entailing a whole load of projects which I'll tell you about in a moment. But for the moment, I just want to thank you all for joining me for today's edition, and I want to say a big thank you to miskatonicbooks.com, who sponsor the show. Miskatonicbooks.com are an incredible resource for anyone in the occult community who is interested in beautiful books, interesting books, books that dive a little bit deeper than many mainstream esoteric and occult books. So these are books that have been published by small independent publishers, sometimes abroad, right? Sometimes outside of the United States, and it can cost a lot of money to ship those books in. Well, Miskatonic Books ship those in bulk, so that saves you an enormous amount of money on the shipping of some of these books that are published in Europe, for example, and other places in the world. Well, Miskatonic Books also have their own imprint. Let me just scroll through a few of these books that are on the front page for you, because one of the most exciting items that I've got for you is exclusive via Miskatonic's webpage. So I just want to just give you an idea of what you'll find on this front page. The link to the website is down in the description. It's going to be the first link that you find there, and I really recommend going to check this out. They've got so many really cool items available. So let's start, folks, today with this exclusive look at the Triple Goddess, edited by Jack Grail. So you may, hopefully you know Jack Grail. Jack Grail is the creator of the Hail Hekate course, which is the #1 course that I recommend, apart from my own, of course. But actually, I'm kind of kidding. If I had to choose between Jack Grail's course and mine, I'd hesitate, but I probably would actually go with Jack Grail's course. Fantastic stuff. He's just relaunching his PGM Part 1 course. It's so good, folks. So yeah, go and check that out. The Triple Goddess is a compilation of articles, right, written by various authors on the topic of the Triple Goddess. So it's a 500-copy limited hardcover exploring the ancient multifaceted power of the mother maiden monster through mythology, folklore, esotericism, and modern scholarship. Featuring original works by leading occult authors, this beautiful crafted edition offers a sweeping journey into the divine feminine's most enduring and enigmatic expressions. So this is Araxes Press, which is a Jack Grail's own imprint in collaboration with Miskatonic Books. So this is exclusively available over there. So once again, links to all of this down below. Each purchase also includes immediate exclusive access to the world premiere web series and private Discord discussion group, an immersive online companion experience available only to owners of this limited release. Very nice stuff. This rare, exquisitely produced volume for collectors, practitioners, and seekers drawn to the mysteries of fate, magic, and the sacred feminine will not be produced physically in any other edition. These are projected to sell out pre-publication. And once these are sold out, physical copies will only be accessible on the secondary market, most likely at extremely high markups. And unfortunately, that does tend to happen to these books. So please get your pre-orders secured. That makes good sense. Is it currently? This product is not available at the moment. Does that mean it's sold out? It might mean it's sold out. Out of stock. No! Oh, folks, I'm so disappointed. I'm so sorry. Well, you now know that the Triple Goddess is coming out. I would look out for it in and on the second-hand market. What a shame. Okay, well, that went quick. Fair enough. All right, let's move on, folks, to the Faustiana Goetica, which is Halion Press's latest release, and it's available now to pre-order. I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago. This is Steve Savado's latest. So it's a collection of related obscure 16th to 18th century Germanic grimoire texts. Steve Savado expands the corpus of important texts by bringing together obscure 16th to 18th century German grimoires, making them available together in English for the first time. The material includes Herpentil's Black Magic, Epitome of Supernatural Magic, Magia Ordinis, Almucabossa, okay, Compendium of Supernatural Black Magic, Tuba Veneris, and Grimorium Mercurium. The texts presented in this volume each provide a basic, no-nonsense, uncomplicated system of spirit evocation or goetica that can be described as categorized as being in the nature of Faustian German talismanic black books of magic. So you get the general idea. I'll let you read the rest over here. Links down in the description, of course. This is literally just at the time of recording. I'm recording this on Thursday afternoon, Thursday 27th of November. This has just been announced as a pre-order. So yeah, go ahead and put in your orders. The soft cover version is not sold out. I don't know. Maybe it's sold out. Maybe it's not yet available. But certainly the hardcover is available to pre-order right now. Good. Next, we've got a new edition of The Secret Teachings of All Ages. Now, mixed feelings about this one. So this is Dover Press, or Dover Publications, excuse me, printing this one, and it looks like a very pretty version of the book. Okay. Without a doubt, right? It is very pretty. It's got, let me just bring up these images. You can see it's very pretty, right? That spine is lovely. You've got the gold gilded page edges, lovely looking end papers. I don't know if that's printed. I imagine it is for $50. Printed rather than actually dipped, you know. Got a fold out there. Really nice, right? And this kind of two-tone look to each page. Yeah, really, really lovely. Now, on the other hand, there is no information here about whether the book is Smith sewn or perfect bound. The fact that it's not mentioned, I don't know. To me, if it was Smith sewn, I would have mentioned it. This looks very much like the Barnes and Noble's books, right, which are perfect bound. That's the first not quite sure about this thing that I've got about this. The second, just concern is that I have the reduced size version from the PRS, right? The Philosophical Society, Philosophical Research Society, I think that's the one it's called, and it's significantly larger than this, and it's already reduced from the original size. So it does say here that you get that you get 16 color plates and many over 100 black and white images. But those pictures, I don't know. I think they're kind of meant to be seen in a large format. Again, this might not be a worry to you. There are many. It's certainly more wieldy than the original. I mean, the Taschen edition is gigantic, absolutely gigantic. I know some people who have the original first edition, and it just doesn't fit on any shelf. Literally, they store it on top of their entire bookshelf, right? Because it's the only place where it'll fit. Yeah, it's a gigantic book, but this is readable. So that's definitely a plus, you know. So very pretty, readable, contains the original images. It's clearly been reformatted to be readable in this much smaller size, right? The text you can see here, the text has been reformatted so that it fits onto a page. But yeah, I mean, you'll just need to weigh up the pros and cons for yourself. There we go. The Emerald edition, which is a reduced size, but nevertheless still much larger. You can check out my review of. It's not the Emerald edition. It's another reduced size that came out before this one. This one's got all the pictures rescanned for higher quality. And you'll see that it's comfortable, right? It's comfortable, and yeah, this new version is going for $120. So yeah, $70 more than this Dover Publications version. Again, up to you. I've put links for both of these down in the description. All right, Matthew Venus's Ensouling the Effigy is. Yeah, it's causing a bit of a stir, as in people are really appreciating this book. I have my own copy on the way. I'm looking forward to receiving it so I can give you a little review. But yeah, this is available as a hardcover, and it does seem like the hardcover is still available. Now, I was really hoping that I'd be able to show you an image of that hardcover, but no, I think we're only getting to see the paperback over here, which is a bit of a shame. But yes, the hardcover is available, and you can get it directly through Spiritus Arcanum, which I've got a feeling may be Matthew Venus's own website. I'm not 100% certain of that, but I've got a feeling it might be, simply because this is a Crossed Crows publication. So yeah, the fact that this isn't the Crossed Crows website that Matthew Venus himself was recommending here. Of course, you can buy the paperback anywhere where books are being sold, but the hardcover, this seems to be the place to pick it up. So links to that down below. We've got a Black Friday sale on David Hymes-Smith's 3 available books from the Lightning Flash of Aleph series. This is his most popular one, right? The 32 Keys. I've done a review of it, a couple of editions, and I think I've done reviews of both of the editions. And yeah, seeing this at $96, it comes with a deck of I want to say meditation cards, but it's not meditations that I'm looking for. The word that I'm looking for is yeah, I'm not going to find the word. It doesn't matter. They are cards to help you with a form of meditation, is the best way I can put it. The book describes the process, and it's quite a beautiful take on Kabbalah, very different from the versions that you are likely to know. And yeah, if you don't know about the 32 Keys, go and check it out. It's likely that you'll be very interested in this sale. There's also Black Ether available in the sale, and also the Eniatic, which I really appreciated. I really appreciated Black Ether as well, by the way, really quite a lot. And you can buy all 3 for a very, very good price, $186 instead of $334. That's quite extraordinary. So yeah, excellent stuff there from David Hymes-Smith. And then the video courses are all available at 50% off, just using the code BLACK. There we go, for Black Friday, of course. Yeah, so I'm recording this on Thursday, so I just want to say a happy Thanksgiving to the American members, Foolish Fish members, who might be watching on Thursday. But most of you are probably watching this on Friday or even Saturday at a time when, there's likely lots and lots more stuff to talk about. But I do record these on Thursdays, so this is what I got for you. Tributes to H.R. Geiger. This is a new Kickstarter that is exploring the art, interviews, photos, and essays in tribute to H.R. Geiger. The look of the book just, oof. It's very, very cool. So you got two editions here, two versions. You've got a standard edition and you've got a special edition. This is the standard edition, which looks like a white, light grey colour, but it's the spine. Look, it's so cool. It's so accurate, isn't it, for H.R. Geiger's artwork? For those of you who don't know, I mean, if you're watching my channel, you know, but for just if there are any of you who don't know, this is the artist whose works inspired the film Alien, the franchise Alien. So this is the special edition with the black edges and the darker cover, and the artwork. I'll let you do your own reading. I just wanted to draw your attention to the fact that this thing exists. I think that a lot of you would probably be quite excited about this, I think. And there are some art prints that go along with the books. You can get the early bird for 74 euros, which gives you the standard light grey book, and then with the limited edition over here, it's a little bit more expensive. I think there's a little bit more. Anyway, you'll work it out. Let's move on, folks, to a new book by Daniel Schulk. So this came out on the 21st of October, so it's been out for a little while already, right? It's been out for a month. I seem to have missed it. Maybe I didn't miss it. I do talk about quite a lot of stuff. My memory is pretty terrible. But anyway, the Lexicon of Witchcraft is an illustrated compendium of witchcraft terminology encompassing rituals, symbols, spirits, objects, and other specialized concepts of witchcraft. Focusing on the European medieval witch and her modern occult legacy, the work contains over 600 terms, many rare or obscure, and also includes the phenomena of contemporary witchcraft practices. Supplemented by the arresting imagery of witchcraft artist Adrienne Rozzi, the book contains over 55 of her original images specially commissioned for the work. Contributing authors to the lexicon include Michael Howard, Andy Mercer, of course, Julia Carreras Tort, Andrew D. Chumbly, Daniel A. Schulk, Corinne Boyer, and Robert Fitzgerald. Some quite illustrious names among them. Very, very cool stuff indeed. So I'll let you discover this in your own time. What else do we have? A Walking Flame, Selected Magical Writings of Ethel Colquhoun. So this is not out quite yet, a couple of months, but the pre-orders are currently available. Nearly 40 nearly forgotten essays on magic and esotericism by Ethel Colquhoun, writer, artist, and willfully dissident surrealist. Ethel Colquhoun invested her unique works with magical learning, esoteric lore, and a palpable sense of mystery. Despite having published widely on esoteric and occult topics during her lifetime, Colquhoun was never to produce a single book-length edition of her magical writings. As a result, many of her essays were lost or neglected. A Walking Flame, Selected Magical Writings, gather nearly 40 texts by this unique artist and magic practitioner, and displays cohesively and for the first time the impressive breadth of Colquhoun's magical interests and expertise, and how these came to inform her singular works, ranging from early encounters with the Kabbalah and Esoteric Colour Theory to Celtic Mysticism and Alchemy. This volume, edited by Coloquin scholar and folklorist Amy Hale, promises to shed a necessary light on an integral body of Coloquin's thought that has remained occluded for too long. There we are. That does sound exciting. What else do we have? The Craft of Tubal Cain, with a foreword by Shani Oates. This is Kenneth Johnson writing. This book explores the current of thought that ran counter to the main thrust of the revival of witchcraft in the 1960s, countercurrents that are growing in importance and influence some 60 years later. So yeah, this looks really very exciting. Folks, if you haven't picked up a copy of Tubello's Forge from Anathema Publishing, do go and check out their website. Do go and check out the details. Do go and check out my review of that book. To me, this is one of the most important books that has come out in a very long time. Yeah, just for your information. Also, doesn't hurt that it happens to be one of the most beautiful books produced in a very long time also. But yes, in terms of the content, and it happens to be accessible as well. And I know some of you who've maybe read some of Shani Oates' previous works might be surprised at that, but it's true. It's yeah, just go and check out my review. You're going to like that. You're going to appreciate that. If you are interested in the craft, in the clan of Tubal Cain, then Kenneth Johnson's new book does look quite exciting. Yeah, the traditional witchcraft and the legacy of Robert Cochrane. Very, very nice stuff. Of course, he didn't get as much publicity as Gerald Gardner and the Wiccan movement, but I don't know. To me, this is exciting stuff. Okay. Oh, and one more thing actually about Anathema Publishing is that they have. I know that they have been running a sale, and I'd be surprised if it was finished by now. So do go and check out their website and have a look around. All right, we've got Dispelling Wetiko, Breaking the Curse of Evil. This is not a new book. This is a book that came out some time ago by Paul Levy, but yeah, it looks kind of interesting to me. The world would be a better place if everyone read this book, says Sting. There's a contagious psychospiritual disease of the soul, a parasite of the mind that's currently being acted out en masse on the world stage via collective psychosis of titanic proportions. This mind virus, which Native Americans have called Wetiko, covertly operates through the unconscious blind spots in the human psyche, rendering people oblivious to their own madness and compelling them to act against their own best interests. Folks, if that sounds of interest to you, yeah, go and check out Dispelling Wetiko, Breaking the Curse of Evil. Again, links to all of the books that I've just shown you are down in the description, and they are Amazon associate links, so I get a small commission if you use any of those links to access Amazon and then make a purchase. So yeah, if you're going to make any purchases from Amazon, if you can remember to use one of my links to get to Amazon, oh my goodness, it makes such an enormous difference, and I just really appreciate everyone who takes the trouble to do that, because really it does make a huge difference to me. So thank you very much to all of you who do. All right, a couple of Kickstarters, folks. Oh no, this is funded already. All right, we're going to have to move on. Goodness, I wasn't paying attention, was I? But look how cool this looks. An oracle deck guided by Hecate's energy to illuminate your path and connect you to her many faces. How did I miss this when it was running? I don't know. But anyway, it does look like this one has concluded. It's an oracle deck completely based on the facets of Hekate, and it just looked kind of exciting, and I wanted to share it with you, and I can't because it's finished. Oh dear. What? Hold on. No, back this project. Pledge £42. What? Oh no, it's successfully funded. Oh my goodness. I'm glad I continued looking at this, because No, it is successfully funded, but you can still back it. Okay. I was a little bit surprised. Very happy that it has successfully funded. Yes, okay, it funded yesterday, so that's great. But it's still, you can still back it for a few days. So let's take a closer look. Why not? So Hekate, Queen of the Witches. It's a modern 50-day card oracle deck designed to unlock the mysteries of Hecatean magic, illuminate the hidden paths of your soul, and help you to step into your spiritual purpose. This oracle blends Greek mythology, the Orphic hymns, the Chaldean oracles, the Greek magical papyri, Hesiod's theogony, and witchcraft, channeling the energy of Hecate's epithets, along with animals, herbs, symbols, and sacred offerings. Each card features a beautiful illustration, a key word, and a message, with some also carrying Hecate's ancient epithets. The oracle also comes with a grimoire guidebook offering stories, card meanings, spreads, shadow work, affirmations, and magical practices to help you welcome Hekate and her many faces into your spiritual journey of empowerment and transformation. There we go. It's not just me, right? It does look cool. Look at that cool glittery purple edging. I like it very, very much. Very cool. Yeah, and the illustrations are interesting and appropriate, and yeah, that looks awesome to me. Okay. Okay, so good stuff. And then we've got Four Courts Tarot. Oh, folks, I saw this and I thought, yes, love this. Absolutely love this. The idea is that it's a deck that is based on fairies, mermaids, harpies, and fauns. And yeah, I really like the idea. I really like the idea, and I like the execution. It's very pretty. It's very, I don't know, aesthetically pleasing. I think the artwork is good, and it's you know, striking colors. I really like this. Really like this. Yeah, full frame as well, which I appreciate. So let's see, the fairies are the pentacles. The swords are the fauns, maybe? No, harpies, of course, harpies. The cups, of course, are the mermaids. And the wands are the fauns. Isn't that lovely? Creation process, which I appreciate once again. Thanks for showing us there's no AI involved. Lovely. I really like this. Okay. And then good news from the ARCANA excuse me, the ARCANA project, which did not fund, unfortunately, but they are relaunching. They have learnt some lessons. They are going to change a few things, and they're going to relaunch soon. You can click on the notify me button, which I've already done. As you can see, it's saying saved. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go and check out last week's news video, because in last week's news video, I actually showed the whole campaign, and it was extraordinary. And I'm very disappointed, and I know many other people are very disappointed that this didn't fund. It's gorgeous. I mean, it's uncommonly gorgeous. So yeah, definitely go and check out last week's news video if you didn't see that, and then come back over here to click that notify me button. It's yeah, really nice. And then let's see. Yes, so this is Matt Hadfield, who you probably know via, or possibly know via Hadean Press, or possibly you know him for Matt Hadfield, right? So he has this Substack called the Vault Second Cycle, and he has a course running on the Grimorium Verum, and I am being told that it is of very, very high quality. Okay, so I trust that it is. I know Matt's extremely knowledgeable, and I know that he has a high attention to detail, and I think that anyone interested in some more chthonic working, maybe you appreciate Jake Stratton Kent's work, in which case, yeah, I do recommend going to check this stuff out. So while almost everyone interested in the subject of magic is familiar with the Ars Goetia or the Lemegeton, otherwise known as the Lesser Key of Solomon, far fewer in the modern Anglosphere have as much understanding or knowledge of the Grimorium Verum. Fewer still have an understanding of the origins of this diabolic text, or the influences which course through its pages. This change in the appreciation for the Verum has developed significantly over the past 2 decades, largely thanks to the publication of Stratton Kent's True Grimoire and Peterson's translation of this grimoire's source material. With these in print form and readily accessible, sorcerers begin to shift through the content, collectively coming to the steady understanding that it presents something far greater and much more workable than many of its contemporaries. So with this access comes a new understanding of the Verum's place in what I consider to be the European grimoire tradition. This tradition is not denoted by consistency. So I'll let you read the rest of this, and to find this Grimorium Verum course. From what I understand, there is some money off the course at the moment. I'd like to find the actual course though. I'll keep looking around, and I'll find a direct link for you. Okay, and I'll post it down in the description. Definitely subscribe to the Vault. There's no question about that. Yep, but I'm going to have to look a little bit further for a link to the course itself. Sorry about that, folks. I thought this was it, but I should have been better prepared. Sorry. The Great Library is my board game of the week. It's obviously my board game of the week. The idea is that you are building the Library of Alexandria, and you are accumulating useful and famous and desirable manuscripts, and then inviting knowledgeable and notable patrons and various people to come over to enjoy these manuscripts. It looks like a pretty crunchy Euro game. It looks like it will probably take a little while to learn the rules. That's usually what happens with these Euro games, but it looks really beautiful, and the topic is exciting to me. It might be exciting to you as well. The idea of building up the Great Library of Alexandria. Able to attract invited scholars to their workshops, helping optimize turns and to be more efficient. This is generally, the feel is reminding me a little bit of The Unconscious Mind, this board game that came out maybe 2 years ago. Very, very cool game, but it took me the best part of, I don't know, 6 or 7 hours to learn to learn the rules well enough to be able to explain them and to be able to just keep an eye on the on the game as it was happening. But yeah, just a lot to learn. I'm not sure I'm really into these gigantic games anymore, but I'm sure that many of you probably are maybe getting into that or something like that. And then yeah, let me tell you a little bit more about the Magic and Mysteries of Saturn. I've been telling you about it for a couple of weeks now, but this is starting actually on the 6th of September. I'm running this course, the Magic and Mysteries of Saturn. The idea is that it's a 2-part course. The first part is going to be about removing things from your life that are no longer serving you, to make space for the stuff that you actually do want in your life. And then the second part of the course, which will be on the 13th of December, that will be about manifestation. So Saturn, of course, is the energy that deals with boundaries and that deals with cutting and that deals with the harvest, for example, like things like this. And so, yes, the idea of removing, but also Saturn is deeply connected with the material realm. It's all about time and materia. So it makes sense that Saturn would be directly implicated with directly concerned with materialization and manifestation. So yeah, so those are going to be the 2 parts of this course. I'm really excited for it, and there are still some spots available, and you can book right now. Yeah, in order to be there for the first session in just a little over a week now. So yeah, that's cool stuff, and I'll remind you next week. Don't worry. There we are. That's about it from me, folks. Thank you ever so much for watching. As always, please like, subscribe, leave a comment on any interesting books or projects or events or card decks or anything that you know that I might appreciate. Just leave me a comment. I always appreciate when people let me know about the stuff that's happening that they know about. Even if I already know about it, doesn't matter. I always appreciate it. Being told about stuff. If you'd like to have a one-to-one conversation with me on whatever topic, but it's mostly on whatever topic you think you'd like to talk to me about, really. I do one-to-one tarot reads as well, basically. So if it's something to do with your magic practice, that's great, but it can be about your mundane life as well. It can be about your career, it can be about your love life, it can be about anything you like. Just give me a call. We'll draw some tarot cards, work out what's the best way ahead for you. We'll work out the best energies for you to work with. We'll work out if there's any magic that you can engage with that can help you to get to where you want to be and things like this. So the links to all of that can be found down in the description, and you'll find it all at www.foolishfish.net. Of course, the fish net. It had to be fishnet. What else can I tell you, folks? Well, that's I think that's about it. I've been doing some live tarot reads, so I haven't really got a particular schedule at the moment. It's kind of luck of the draw if you happen to be on YouTube at the time that I'm doing a live event. I've been trying to give people, half an hour's notice, something along those lines, just at least. I'm going to just do a few more like this, just ad hoc, and then hopefully I'll be able to work out a pattern that I can just become regular at, so that I can, so that you'll know that, like on Monday evenings at 8:30 p.m. Warsaw time, I'll be online, or whatever it might be. I'm not guaranteeing that that's going to be the time and date, by the way. But yes, The first one that I did was a lot of fun. It was kind of very, very small. There were just 10 people attending. Second one that happened 2 days ago, 100 people turned up. Actually, over the course of the entire hour, we got 450 views, which was a lot of fun. I'm trying to work out really whether to prioritize those super chats or to just read them in the order in which they arrive. Those questions, your questions, basically. So you get to ask a question, and in the live chat, and I'll just draw. I'll read the live chat, and I'll read your questions, and I'll draw some cards right there and then, and answer the questions that are in the live chat. But I can only do so many, right? So a couple of nights ago, some people sent me some super chats, and so I prioritized those. I need to work out whether it's how that sits with me, the fact that I'm prioritizing the super chats. On the one hand, of course I want to prioritize the super chats. They've actually given me some money, so I want to give them something back. On the other hand, I don't know, maybe I'd like to do the reads. Maybe I'd like to disable the super chats, do the reads, and just leave you my PayPal account so you can leave me a tip if you liked the read, kind of thing. I haven't worked it out exactly how it's going to happen. It's early days yet. As you can see, I'm working out the kinks, but oh my goodness, I've had so much fun in these 2 sessions. I'm exhausted today, absolutely exhausted. I've just finished moving from the other flat to here, and I have I'm just physically drained. I've just spent the whole week basically moving the stuff over, and I don't have a car, so it's not been so easy. As I was telling you at the beginning of the show, I'm here for 3 months, and the idea is going to be to work hard. So do expect many projects, including, for example, these live tarot reads. So that's the context of all of that. Folks, thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. I'll see you very soon with another video. Yeah, take care. Bye-bye.